So here we are. We've finally done it. He's gone and bought a memory card so we can record for more than half an hour, which is bloody good for me, isn't it? Oh, we've got some pine cones, very Rome. Right, let's cross here. This is obviously a nice old building. I hope you can see enough, and this isn't too... I haven't got the wide angle on, but hopefully you can get the idea. And you can see this nice Tudor-esque building, which obviously won't be Tudor at all. But anyway, let's get over to the beachy bit, because that's going to be the best bit. And it's the reason we're all here, including everything here, because it was just a lovely bit of coast. And it's another place, much like Malvern and Droitwich, where you've just got a load of the crazies and the invalids. They're coming here to fix what's wrong with them. Maybe they've got consumption, maybe they're lunatics, but they come here. There's obviously a bit of funding in the healthcare system even back then, because there was massive incentives to send these people away to fix them. And this is one of the places they would come, who are poopy, and it would be for basically bathing in the sea and soaking up all that good stuff. And there was a few, like, you know, tinctures and ointments coming out of mixes of various phosphoruses and acids and whatever else in the local rocks, which they'd make people drink or maybe gargle, and that'd fix them up a little bit maybe. But ultimately, bathing town. Bournemouth, named so because the River Bourne starts here, basically, or ends here, comes in. It's the mouth of the Bourne, basically. We should be able to see the Isle of Wight from here, just about. It looks like the White Cliffs of Dover, but there's not a chance it's those, because they are ages away. Oh, I'm hoping the wind isn't too bad here. So, right, here we go. We're coming up to the coastal pier bit. So I think this pier was built in 1880. I think there was a wooden jetty first, and then it was tarted up into this iron bad boy, and it's doing well. I had a little walk under it yesterday, and it's very nice, very nice. I won't cross the road yet, danger. There's actually an underpass down here, so brilliant. We'll check out the pavilion later. That's what we've just kind of walked past. Yeah, there's all kinds. Is this the town hall that used to be something else? I don't know. I will get the phone out. I've got some notes to fly through. Let's do some gesticulating. What do you reckon? Hang on. If I clip the mic to here, maybe? Whoop. We're going completely hands-free, baby girl. Okay. Hopefully I notice when that falls off, but probably not. Gesticulating. It's like we're in Bioshock. Oh, maybe we are. Right, the pavilion here. Okay, so I've completely lost my bearings constantly. So the pavilion seems to be falling out of use a little bit, or maybe it's just the prices of a beer. Let's have a look in here first, bugger it. But this is going to be, what, a 1900s jobby, maybe, a little bit younger. I'm not too sure. Shall I Google it? Go on then. Go on then. Oh, look at this, we can do it all. And actually, we can do it on the small screen. So, when was the pavilion built in Bournemouth?
The pavilion in Bournemouth opened on March 19th, 1929.
Oh.
Construction began in 1925.
There you go, 4-year build. And this is what you get. Hopefully, can you see much? Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? So there you go. But let's look at the beer prices. I had a little look at this last night. And considering this won't have a cellar and it'll just be going through some coolers, why is it $6.95 for a pint of Copperberg or Corona? Awful. This is what stops me from coming to places like this. And then, you know, I'll go, well, I suppose I'll have a speckled hen then, because at least it's an ale. And it's $5.95 for a bottle. So no thank you. These are the places I don't come. But there you go. 1929 was it? 29, yeah. Started building in 1925. The pavilion, everybody. We haven't got any prices for the fish and chip stand over here. But maybe this place is heaving in the summer months. I mean, it's still September, but it's technically almost out of season when all of the car parks in the area get massively cheaper as well. But there we go, pavilion, tick. Oh, we go. Let's check the pizza prices. What we saying? Stone baked pizza, £9.50 for an 8-inch. I'm not sure about that. £6 for a hot dog. I suppose that's reasonable enough. Draft beer over here, yeah, it's still $6.95 a pint as well. Oh, never mind. So we won't be drinking here. On we go, but that's not bad, is it? Ice cream for $1.95. Right. Under, I think this is a road. Yes, it is a road. We got a cafe. God knows what used to be here before. Oceanarium, kind of like a sea life centre, but not. Apparently, it actually walks. So just around here, there's a golf thing, like a pirate adventure golf, mini golf, £10.95 to play anyway. So absolutely not. But there you go, Smuggler's Cove. Harking back to what we mentioned earlier about this place just being a beach where the pirates would come to smuggle in their stuff back in the day, because there's no one living here. There was like 5 people living here back then. And you're talking, is that the 1700s maybe? So this, apparently, there was a guy who walked past whilst I was nosing, was the IMAX theatre cinema thing. Only a couple of years ago. So now this is this. So much less technology, but a lovely bit of water display and stuff like that. But there you go. This is nice though, isn't it? A nice build. Right. So I'm going to be honest, Bournemouth, not a lot going on in Bournemouth, is there? Unless it's baking hot and the beach is popping. I don't really see what there is to do here, unless you want to spend a lot of money on overpriced food or sweets or pasties or hot dogs or observation wheels, which will be off today because it's too windy. You've got to have some deep pockets if you want to spend the day in this part of Bournemouth anyway. There is a little bit more of a high street-ish, not really, down that way. Yes, you'd walk by the pavilions, through the pavilions garden, so that way, can you see it on the camera? That would be the high street bit, and that's where the Wetherspoons is, and that's all that really matters. But we will walk that way and check it out soon. But first, obviously, we should have a look on the pier. And then, obviously, we should look on the beach. But the Oceanarium, can't say I've ever been. And I've been to this very point maybe 5 times, I reckon, in my life. Like, definitely had a few pints there and a little bit of overpriced food. Definitely bought some rock from a little shop around here. Definitely had a wee in there. Definitely walked down here with no shoes on once because it was actually summer. And I think, Sandbanks would be that way. And some other beaches that way that were much quieter and much nicer. I remember just having a pretty nice time. But shall we have a look at the pier? Underneath the pier first. Look at that, we're on the beach. Just like that. A Brummie wonders all the way to the edge of the world. What's out there? I think in that direction, we're talking Germany, Albania maybe, and then into Nigeria, South Africa. That way? Maybe a little bit more the Americas over there, but obviously you might go around Ireland if you do a hard right. If you go directly left, you'll hit Dover, and then do a sharp right at Dover and you'll be at Calais. But you just got to remember that the old sailors back in the day, they just chance it and fucking go for it, and that's impressive and scary. Oh, we got some big waves. Right. And there's actually, I thought there'd be more homeless people living on the beach, but there isn't. But I guess it's not the season anymore. Let's have a look under here. Under the pier. Oh, okay, yeah, very windy. I hope you can still hear me all right. Jesus. So, just so you know, this is the Osmo 2 camera. Is it putting up with the wind? It's got its own gimbal, so it's probably struggling. Here we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm sure this was built in the 1880s, I think. And the train, whilst we're on that kind of timeline, the train was put in 1870. And I do believe the jump in population was something like 17,000 people in 1850-ish. And then by 1880, 1890, 60,000 people. Big jump because of that train and all the cool stuff going on here. But that's a nice little view of the entirety of Bournemouth. I mean, it's pretty much packed into there. Harry Ramsden is half of the beach. That's a fish and chip shop. And there is actually a pretty good food challenge there. I think you get 2 big sausages, 1.5 kilos of fish and chips, something else, so maybe some bread. It's $34.99 to take part, but if you do eat it in half an hour, you get it for free and you get a t-shirt. I have a sore throat at the moment, so I'm not going to attempt it, but I think I could do it. Half an hour, we smashed through so much food, like in an episode of anything, which is only half an hour, isn't it? Like, we'll do a little quiz man Dale, is that his name? Quizmaster Dale. Check him out on YouTube. We do quizzes with him every day. And we usually do it whilst we've got our din-dins. And yeah, I'm not cooking food challenges, but we're definitely finished our dinner by round 2. So even if you did add another 1.5 kilos of fish and chips and I was just hungry enough, I could easily smash it. Anyway, it's a zip line from the pier to here. The pier to here. Actually, back in the day, I think there was another pier, and there was a pier-to-pier zip line, the only one in the world at the time. But this is no longer the case, it's pier to here. But that's exciting. Obviously not on today, the weather is pretty turbulent. What do the flags mean? Oh my god, we're going for it today, aren't we? The flags with the red and the yellow, I think that's where you can swim and surf, or you can't swim and surf. Should we try it and see if he tells us off? No. So this is definitely not a swimming holiday for me. It's not a holiday, I'm working, baby. But literally this time last year, it's the 17th of September right now. The 16th of September last year, me and the family were all over the bloody Pembroke Way by Fishguard, and it was sunny AF. I was swimming in the sea, I was kayaking in the sea, I was spotting seals, sea lions, seals, grey seals. And yeah, it was just fantastic. Obviously that's all changed this year. It's very windy. Oh, we got a vape. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sad, isn't it? It used to just be fag ends. Now we've got vapes in the sea. Good lord, I wonder what they'll look like when the sea picks it up and sends it all the way to Mexico or whatever on their beach. They get a pretty little swirly vape. I actually have a nice little shell that I picked up yesterday. It's the first nice shell I saw, and I picked it up for the missus. Oh yes, it's a good one, isn't it? Alright, lots of wind there. Sorry if it's impeding on the experience. Jesus. Okay, which way should I go? We should go on the pier? Probably. Whoa, hey. Whoa, hey. Seaweed. Okay. Why did the beach blush? Because the seaweed. Is that the joke? The fish? I don't know. Anyway, back up to the bit. Now, just for context, this big brown thing you can see behind the Oceanarium, that is the Bournemouth International Centre, conference hotspot of Bournemouth itself. And there's more little conference facilities just behind, because I've definitely delivered something to one of these older hotels behind there, because every time I come to Bournemouth, I end up in exactly the same place, which is coming from that Marriott hotel, the white one right on the top of the hill. There's a hill, there's some stairs that bring you down to the beach, and every time I come here, that's where my trip starts. It's like the Truman Show, but that's because there's not a lot to do in Bournemouth, it turns out. It's just this. Yeah. It's really, it's alright. It's alright, but it's crazy. I mean, yes, South Coast really helps it along. If this was Blackpool, it would be worse than Blackpool if it was on the, the West Coast, northern West Coast of England. This would be rubbisher than Blackpool. So lucky Bournemouth. Obviously we should go into the history soon, but let's keep it modern. Let's keep it now and have a look on the pier. Why not? And maybe this is actually going to be one big no edits video, which would be good, which is actually annoying because last night I did all my filming on my phone, which means I'd have to edit it, which I don't want to do. And that's a shame for you, because maybe I'll upload this separately. But there was such a bloody good busker by the gardens area, by the Weatherspoons in the day yesterday, and it was the most beautiful music I've seen live for a long, long time. And it was just a guy with a battery powered speaker on his trike, bashing out any songs. You pick a number between 1 and 128, he'd look at his little list and he'd just bang it out for you, and every single track was spot on, to be honest. And they were mostly 60s, 70s, Bee Gees, Everly Brothers, Peter Stansfeld. It was just great. Yeah, the Kinks, Pink Floyd, it was all going on. And yeah, genuinely, I watched him for about an hour and a half. I had 70p in my pockets, that's all I could give him. But absolutely worth the 70p, don't get me wrong. Right, Pier Tings. Here on the pier. God knows what's in here, actually. I imagine it's just another arcade. That's what usually happens in these things. Maybe even a roller coaster. Does that happen these days? I've been to a few piers in my life. I don't rate them myself. Great place to fish, I guess, but again, usually just a place where you're going to get pretty dry fish and chips for a pretty high price. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. It could do with a little bit of Ron Seal, let's be honest. And I think sometimes, this pier isn't particularly that long, but don't some piers, especially, I'm talking to you, Blackpool. Is Blackpool's burnt down? I can't remember. One of them has. You get trains down here, don't you? For the nans. And I've got a little conversation to have about Bournemouth nans coming up. They're a cute bunch, they are. Look at this. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Titanic, anyone? Lovely. Oh, little seagull stuck in time there, getting nowhere. Can you see him? I don't know what you can see anymore. What's the battery saying? I've never been able to record for this long. Okay, maybe the battery's going to be the new problem we have. For God's sake. The technology's there. Why is it rubbish? I've got half a battery left, which is alright. I think I started with 75%, so it wasn't a strong start. Open, but we are closed for climbing. We are open, but we are closed for climbing. What do you mean? Rock Reef 28, climbing walls in there. That's what's going on now. So no roller coasters or there's a helter skelter at the end of here. We'll have a look at that. Oh, we got the surfers on the go. Edge of the world, guys. If you were, I don't know, before the Saxons, before the Normans, before we left the country, were you going to be one of the people who'd look out here and go, grab the boat, straight line, let's see what happens? Because it wouldn't be me. I'm kind of excited at the prospect of maybe going down the canals in my lifetime within England, let alone, maybe a bit of Scotland. Do they have canals in Scotland? I think so. So yeah, that's how small my world is, but some people, they dream big. I suppose most of it was like the space travel, allegedly, that we're all going out to pick up more minerals and grab more stuff worth selling, which, if that's worth doing for you, and you've got the boat and the funding. Obviously you need governmental funding for that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure the pirates only had boats because they were robbing it off the people who had boats built by the government. So it's kind of like now, isn't it? It's like weapons sales to poor countries who suddenly can fight you back. I don't know. Anyway, too political. Here we got. So, that's just the zip line climb there. Can we go up? Of course we can't. Ticket machines, cameras and that. It's just not Victorian pretty, is it? I don't know. This is nice. I go back to the dock, then I get to the back of the slide, then I go for a ride, then I get to the bottom and I see you again. Name the tune. Name the tune. Helter Skelter. Right. This is nice, yeah. Obviously everything's closed because it's obviously bloody winter now because it's September. But yes, just far too windy for any pier fun today. So that's the pier. Hope you enjoyed it. We can't really go inside. This is a restaurant that's selling really expensive fish and chips, which we will not be going inside. So that's that for now. Let's head back down towards, I suppose, the high street. This is going to be a bloody whistle-stop tour. Like, I haven't stopped filming, have I? And luckily there's enough to talk about. Oh, those things. The beach hut's over there. We're going to find the oldest one because that's got a plaque on it. And I think it's one of the originals. And then we'll talk about the history of why those beach huts are there. And that's an interesting one. We've already mentioned the water health spa town thing. And it's massively to do with that, and it's something I didn't know existed until I was sat in, obviously, a Wetherspoons last night, reading the local posters about the history, which is a brilliant thing about the Wetherspoons, to be honest. Worldwide, countrywide, great place to learn your history of where you are. But yeah, really interesting little history about the bathing machines, which annoyingly, which might mean I have to edit this video, because I want to show you some pictures of those. Very cool. Or maybe I don't. I can just vividly bloody explain them to you, and you can go and bugger off and Google it. But don't Google it yet. Let me mention it. Then we'll go from there. Look at this. Russell Coates, the haven of tranquility. We'll go and have a look at that soon. Is that here? Maybe. Oh, we should have walked down the other side of the pier. Oh, I couldn't anyway, because it was taped off. Let's go on the other side. Choo-choo. I hope I haven't been waving this microphone in front of the camera lens the whole time. But it's quite likely. Oh, it's very windy. Good Lord. Embracing the beach hair today. Look like I've died on a beach long ago. Okay, what can we see from this little... So that, in the middle there, looking a little bit like a Bioshock Rapture building, is the Premier Inn. That is where I stayed. I think it was an older thing and a cooler thing before that, but it looks pretty brutalist to me, so probably not. Obviously we got a big block of flats being built over there, or being fixed. Sad, it looks like a 50s build, so sad. What's left of the old days. I'm guessing the pavilion is the nicest thing here. And yeah, that's only 1920s. These old hotels. So yeah, actually, was that what I was going to say? In 1810, the guy comes in, says, this is all heathland, whatever. And he's like, this needs a few houses, whatever. He built them all up on the cliffs, not down here on the beach, because he's a clever boy. And I think 65 houses, dwellings, mansions, not sure, but that's what they started with. One of the first ones being the Exeter Hotel, which I'm not sure which one that is. But we'll, I think I can spot it. I think I've spotted it. And if it's that, then that was the first building here, and that's exciting, isn't it? We should definitely go and touch it. This thing, part of the pier, is it? Doesn't look particularly... I mean, it does look old, actually. We'll give it that. It looks as old as the clock tower in, like, a park. In the kind of Edwardian era, maybe. But anyway. So do we go to the beach huts first? Or do we go towards... should probably do the beach huts. It makes sense. Then just hope we've got enough battery to get to the Wetherspoons, but I really don't think so. Christ and half, alright. Nicht gut. You'd think it'd use less battery when you're using the remote microphone, but apparently not. Right. So next thing I need, which is annoying because I have it in my bag, is a USB charger. And can I charge this on the go? Absolutely not, because the thing's in the way. Great. Oh no, you can. Okay, so that's the next step. So yeah, this won't be as long of a video as I hoped, unless I film some on my phone, which I will, just for you, if it gets interesting enough. But I really probably shouldn't be wasting my time walking to these beach huts. So let's just get on the beach, look at them, and then make a move quickly. So the beach huts, which you can just about not see at all down there, they are basically a homage to the old bathing machines. And what were they for? Well, your old kind of Victorian-ish days, we still had segregation in the swimming bath department, and in life in general, really. And I'm not talking about the blacks and whites, I'm talking about the women and the men. So women had to maintain their dignitas. And how did they do that? Well, weirdly, they built sheds on wheels, very much looking like beach huts, but on wheels, generally pulled by horses and or strong people. The invalids, the women, the whatevers who are trying to maintain their dignity, they get into these huts and they get pulled out into the sea, where they can then get undressed in the hut, then step down into the sea to have a baby dip with a canopy to cover them. And yeah, no one would be able to see them having a little bath. Eventually society relaxed a little bit and we could all just be outside. But I think that's fascinating, these bathing machines. And that was like one of the big draws to come here back in the day, was these bloody bathing machines. What a mad idea. But yes, sometimes a strong person of the same sex. So it'd have to be a big lady, and I'm going to say it, probably a lesbian, who's going to pull this fucking shed on wheels into the sea for you. And then they had people called dippers, who were strong people to pick up the invalid maybe, or the old lady, and put her in the fucking ocean for a bit, and then get her back out and put her back in the bathing machine. So I'm not sure what was machiny about it. It was basically just a carriage, but very interesting that even existed. Wow, I find that hilarious. And thank you to the Weatherspoons for teaching me about those. I'd have never known. Let me just check the battery again. I think we're going to be okay. We're going to get to the high street. Well, I think they call it the Triangle. I'm not sure, but what we do want to see is the park area, because it is very nice, and that's where I saw my busker man. And it just looked like it was the bit where the local dementia-filled old ladies and men go to hopefully spot a busker and then sit there and remember the good old days. It was very, very nice. But obviously the busker who must play there like twice a week, maybe every week of every year, he obviously gets hounded by these people every single time. I imagine the jokes they were saying were done every single time as well, because he was taking it very lightly. You know, he's asking people to like pick a number between 1 and 128, and I'll play the song. And then you've got ladies picking numbers. He's like, I literally just played that 5 minutes ago. What are you talking about? And then one of them, who was literally exactly the same accent, exactly looked the same as the nan from the what was it, the Catherine Tate show? What a fucking liberty, that woman. She was exactly like her, but in a tracksuit. And she was shouting, well, I bet you can't do a 69. And then he did a 69. It was the Bee Gees, which he'd already played. My song that I chose was 74, and it was Where Do You Go To My Lovely by Peter Stansdale, which was bob on, mate. I only recorded like 10 seconds of it, but it was perfect. Well done, mate. What other one did I do? 32. That turned out to be Only You, I think. That was equally as good. Anyway, let's go this way. Oh right, there's the year right there on the little shed. 1929, the South Terrace where all this was built. It's a little bit like Walsall, not Walsall Arboretum. Yeah, Walsall Arboretum, with its nice little waterways and that. So, taking it all in, like, this is cool actually. I think people are noticing the chest-mounted droid that's now attached to my stomach. But it's too weird to mention, isn't it? So, let's go towards the gardens and the high street, and I think this is... Yeah, I've actually got some footage of walking down here last night, and there's quite a few homeless kind of characters sleeping on benches, which is expected. These things on the lamppost were like little projectors with the art festival gallery thing on the floor, which was interesting. I don't know where the art festival is. I think this whole area has been dedicated to street art makers and stuff, but I don't know what's going on or if that starts next week. So this is the history of the gardens on here. Have I got time to read it? Possibly. 1871, Philip Henry Tree won a competition for the designer of the lower pleasure ground. Blah 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 blah. Things added to it in the 50s, heather beds and that. Charities, blah blah blah. So the usual. But it's nice, a little bit of crazy golf. Can't have a place with a bit of our second crazy golf of the tour. Yeah, we haven't seen anyone playing crazy golf either. $10.95. Maybe this one's free though. Just bring your own ball, wouldn't you? Who's paying? Alright, got some nice... These must be some of the originals, surely. These little buildings over there. It's a weird selection of restaurants and stuff around here. I don't know if they're just trying to keep up with the bigger cities in the world and the changing culture. But there was a rather large spot up by this Triangle High Street bit that was entirely dedicated to rum and jerk chicken. We're in Bournemouth, But anyway, nothing wrong with that, but I just don't think the people are here for it. I mean, you've been watching. How many people eating jerk chicken and drinking rum around here? Not many. Okie dokie. More lower gardens. Have a look at the map, like it's quite extensive. But very nice. There you go. Exeter Crescent doesn't say. Whoa. Okay, so it's. I thought this was the Central Mosque then. But this is Richmond Hill St Andrews Reunited Uniform Church, whatever. Right next to that is the Bournemouth Islamic Centre and Central Mosque, because that's happening everywhere, I guess. Wow, I didn't know Bournemouth had a mosque. We learn. Does your town have a mosque? Stick it in the comments. Is it lovely? Right. And I'm only honestly surprised because I just haven't seen, apart from that taxi driver who was up that scooter's arse, I haven't seen any people of the Asian persuasion around here. So I am shocked, to be honest. So there you go. Do. Okay, so this bit here is quite disappointing actually. It's like Star City on Sea, where they've obviously destroyed the high street completely and just built one big building with everything you need in it. So it's literally got a cinema, a Nando's, a Slim Chickens, a fucking Prezzo probably, a sushi place, what else is a TGI Fridays, and it's all just a bit. I mean, at least you know where to go if you're struggling to find somewhere to eat. But it's very soul-sappingly corporate, and it doesn't look like it's very in fitting with the area, as you can see. That's the Odeon there, and yeah, this entire building here, this big roundy, is Bournemouth Star City. But that's how it is now. It's kind of followed, you know, your Merry Hills of back in the day and your big shopping districts that take the high street away from the town itself. And you know, because the high streets shot themselves in the foot by charging too much for parking, and councils got greedy, so then they're like, you know what, let's just build big shopping centres with free parking and everyone will go there, and lo and behold, everyone does, and the high street dies. And it's just really silly that that's the way everywhere's chose to go. And Bournemouth isn't short on car parks still, to be honest, so it's surprising that this had to happen. I don't know what was here before in this big patch. Not a lot, it's not a big space, but I imagine there was some nice stuff. But like I said, we're only talking 200 years of history, so rapid change. So we're not actually far now from the Weatherspoons, which I will get my bearings, and I've got a cool little story about the name of the Weatherspoons here, which I didn't realise was a thing. Oh, how are we doing for battery? Still fine, baby girl. Okay, we'll go up the steps. At the Maker's Market, eh? Well, probably have to have a look in there. Oh, okay, so the angle on here isn't that great, actually, is it? Just noticed. So I hope you've seen enough whilst I've been rattling on. Okay. Oh, we got a cute doggy coming down the stairs. What's in here then? It's like a little tunnel town. We'll have a look in a minute. We'll go upstairs first. Hello. Okay, we got a nice little church here. Is it a club called Sanctum now? Are you joking? Oh my god. Let's find out. So here we go. Star City on Sea. A brew dog as well. Wow. So I think they're very much on the verge of collapse. Death by lefty, unfortunately. I mean, I don't think their beers were that bad. Obviously the business models were a little bit whack sometimes. And I'm just talking about the planting trees thing. It just failed. He wasted a lot of money planting trees in Scotland that didn't take because he planted too many of the same tree in one place. So that was silly. And it was a box ticking exercise anyway, just doing the tree thing because you're trying to carbon offset. Telling the people who couldn't work for him that I can't really pay you that much. But you know, capitalism, baby. Sanctum then. Let's have a little... Wow, so it's like, yeah, it's an old church and they've actually themed out their night into like churchy look, holy grooves at Sanctum. Open till 3 a.m. God's door's always open, surely. Hate to hear the confessional for this one. And now I'm just being, I don't know, is this Catholic maybe? Sanctum, that would be a Catholic thing, wouldn't it? Because it's like Sanctorius. Very Latin. Right, £3 drinks, 10 till 12 a.m. There is a Lord. You should have more reverends DJing. Missed a trick there. There you go. I wonder when the church turned into a nightclub. Weird. Right, down this way. Well, oh, it's a nice side door there. Should we have a look at it? Have a view. Nice. Okay. Last bit of the high street. Love it. Oh, right, the moon in the square. This is a play on the name The Moon in the Water, on the Water. It's a George Orwell pub in a fictional town where that was the perfect pub. And I think it was The Moon on the Water, and that's what the Spoons in Wolverhampton's actually called. And I think there's a few more actually. I think there's 4 Moon on the Water based Wetherspoonsy pubs in the country. But this one's The Moon in the Square. It was very nice, and I've actually started to eat the Korean chicken box barbecue spicy box things. Come with a beer for about a tenner, depending where you are. And so far, 2 completely different experiences, but both great. I'll show you some photos of them. First one's going to be from no, I'm not going to show you because it's too long to edit. But maybe I'll post them again. Just like if you make your way over to, maybe I'll make an Instagram or a TikTok. Is that what I've got to do now? Make a TikTok. You let me know in the comments. What do I have to make? An Instagram or a TikTok or a Facebook page? And then I'll post all these side notes there. So you head over there and follow that as well. And then we double our money, which I'm making none of. Can you double nothing? I don't know. Anyway, botanist, all that stuff, usual stuff, taken off a rather lovely building, let's be honest. That's a good one. Nice. Okay, how are we doing for battery? Still good, bloody hell. I thought this would be getting hot by now. There's a lot of complaints about the Osmo 2 overheating, but probably no danger of that when it's this windy. Oh, there is an actual high street, no way. Seems fairly up and down with the characters. It gets very just, Midlands. There's a lot of homeless. We've got big issues about a lot of crackheads, to be honest. A lot of strange noises walking around last night. Screams, you might say. But all seemed calm enough. Maybe it was sanctum. Okay. Let's get out these people's way. Oh, there's much more garden to walk through as well they haven't seen yet. Oh, yeah, I don't know. The death of the high street is probably down to people like me as well who don't shop, don't really need anything. So yeah, would I go to the EE shop? Absolutely not anymore. I've already got a contract. H.S. Samuel, nope, don't do jewellery. Build-A-Bear, maybe for the baby, once every 5 years we might do that. Jewellery shop, nah. Burger King, don't really bother. O2, now with EE. Money shop, nah, I've got a PS2. Oh, let's have a look and just see if there's anywhere worth going at all. And jump in the comments or wherever, just to let me know, is any of this for you? Pandora, I know there's some Pandora fans out there. But again, you probably only go there like once maybe. Cool trailer. Alright, a Primark, I suppose that's pretty cool. Ooh, it's the dirty end, Lord. Oh, it's tight. You're right.
Free, and now take it to the right. No, to your right. Your left. That's it.
Lovely. G-Dand. Okay, to the right again, to the right. Hang on, mate. To the right, you've got your reflector's just kind of bouncing. Can you go for... hang on. All right, just got first. Right, that should do ya.
Free.
Lovely. Oh.
Lovely. You're a gentleman.
That's all right, mate. No worries.
Thank you very much.
You're good. There we go. Something to do. Okay. Primark, I'm tempted actually, because I need a hat. It's very, very windy. I'll do that on the way back. It's not worth filming Primark, is it? Local pigeon, how are you? Yeah, like I was saying, is there anywhere you'd go? River Island? Nah. iMobile, probably. Actually, I did stomp on my phone the other day, but I'm not going to repair it because I feel like I can dash it round a bit more now it's damaged. Is this still working? Well, everything's still working. I'm amazed. Oh, I could get a free coffee from Greg's with my insurance. So I'm not going to spend my money in there, but I could go to Greg's purely to just get my stuff. Free? No, another phone shop. Tat shop, pretty good for Christmas, I guess. But I'm rubbish at Christmas. No, JD. There's a bad story about JD. Can't remember what it was. Okay, a bit more of an extensive high street than I expected. I thought none of this was here. Because every time I have come to Bournemouth, I've been basically chilling at that beach end and just thought there was nothing about. And Summers, anyone? Oh, the Four Horsemen looks pretty interesting. Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen a craft bar at all, or just like, I mean, obviously there won't be a Black Country Ales pub down here, but any kind of nice old boozer. I don't think I've seen any pubs apart from the Spoons so far, which is weird, isn't it? Oh, and actually, could you let me know if this walk around no edits one big hitter is working for you? Because it's working for me. I find it a lot easier to just churn out words. Let's cross. And we still haven't even hit the history. Like I've got notes on my phone, which we haven't done yet. There we go. It's getting sadder the further away you get from the beach. This will start happening. Oh, it's sold though. Wonder to who. Well done. Nice HMO by the beach. Go on then. Need else? What's that? What? Okay, and we've got the betting shops, which means the pubs can't be far, or definitely a corner shop with reasonably priced tins. 7% tins. Oh, you got to have them somewhere, but it does actually look like we are going to be seeing some pubs finally. Bloody hell. Not that I can have a pint, still going to get on and head back to Birmingham. Okay, this is where I've crossed the community line here, and it's looking a bit like Nechel's. And that's fine. I mean, it happens in every town now, doesn't it? Oh, Greeks. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Here we go. Vape shops and AK-47 bongs and that. Just what I needed. How's battery doing? Okay, it's getting tight now. It's a 44-minute walk, so we've done all right, considering it wasn't a full battery anyway. So maybe it's time for the little bit of history and overlaying of pictures. Go on, house prices while we're here. A flat, $500,000, fair enough. A one-bedroom apartment, 140 grand, okay. A 50s build, 300 grand, of course. Oh. No, one bedroom and a garage. 130 grand in one of these. Share of the freehold. That's alright actually. At least it's not leasehold, no service charge to be ripping you off on a monthly. What a lovely building. What's this then? It's now the Branksome Craft House, so, at least we found a pub finally. Branksome's Arms. Bet that's an original. Uh-oh! Cat! Okay. Crime in the Bournemouth. Right, I think I'm running out of High Street now, probably. I don't know. But yeah, kebab shops and all that stuff. Oh, actually, I'm going to say a distinctive lack of Turkish barbers. Oh no, that's probably one. And there was a hairdresser's salon there. You get Turkish salons, ladies. What's happening in your world? I did actually toy with the idea of getting a haircut last night, but I think I'm over it again. It comes in waves. Ignore the demons. Ignore them. Shall I? Don't know. Yeah, let's have a look down there. It looks like a little bit of a new bit as well. Tesco and a thing called Flirt. Okay. And then that's probably that, because I've got... Ooh. Oh, that's seriously low. Okay. So that's probably... I'm going to sign off. Let's run through the history quick. I'm going to stand on that grass wall, run through the history that I wanted to do. I think it was literally... I've got top 10 facts about Bournemouth for you. And then I'll let you go. And I will be on my merry way. Right. Hey, you could just read them with me, maybe. Is that how this is going to work? So. Please don't kill me. Don't kill me. So it's not in my notes. I took a screenshot, didn't I? Okay. That. And then that. Okay. So, top 10 facts. Am I still rolling? Just about Bournemouth. Number 1. It's a literary heaven. Literary. So, Mary Shelley is buried here, writer of the Frankenstein book. And J.R.R. Tolkien, of the Lord of the Rings fame, used to come here often. He spent his retirement here, which is very nice, isn't it? We like that. We already spoke about Malvern, and he spent a fair bit of time there too. Anyway, number 2, the place of first. Bournemouth was home to England's first purpose-built beach hut, which was erected in 1909. The original hut, number 2359, is still there and has a blue plaque to mark its historical significance. Awesome. The Beatles' favourite outside of London and Liverpool, Bournemouth is the town where the Beatles played the most concerts in their early career. Interesting. What else we got? The shortest funicular railway, the Fisherman's Walk Cliff Lift in the Shortbourne, holds the Guinness World Record for being the world's shortest funicular railway. Wow! Mind-blowing. One and only street, a quirky fact of urban planning. Bournemouth is said to have only one official street, Orchard Street. This is because the town's early developers considered the word too working class and opted for road and avenue instead. Right, okay. Number 6, piers with accolades. Boscombe Pier was voted Britain's coolest pier in 2009 and Pier of the Year in 2010 by the National Piers Society. Wow. The pier to shore zipline. Oh. Okay, I was lying to you earlier when I said there was another pier. That it was pier to pier. It was pier to shore. That is the only pier to shore zipline. Oh no, it was the world's first. That's exciting enough, but so yeah, people have ran with the idea, but yeah. Okay, so that exists. Brilliant, we've seen it. Number 8, the sunniest spot. Bournemouth is one of the sunniest places in the UK, boasting an average of 7.7 hours of sunshine during the summer. Amazing. And number 9, on a busy weekend, around 30,000 ice creams are sold along the 7 miles of Bournemouth seafront. 7 miles. That's a lot of seafront, isn't it? Much more than we've seen. I think we've seen about 7 yards, but there you go. We'll have to come back. And number 10, it's next door to the Jurassic Coast. There you go. I don't think there was much more. Okay, so yeah, let's just remind you that the guy who found the place was Tregonwell, who was an ex-army guy. Yeah. Okay. Was he a fisherman? Oh, whatever. But yeah, basically, he finds it in, properly. He thinks he was going to tart it up in 1810. That's where everything starts. 17,000 people in 1880, grew to 60,000 people in a few years. Anyway, that's it. We've already gone through the most of it. I hope you've enjoyed the tour of Bournemouth. Batteries seriously are out, and we are hitting 50 minutes. Look at us go. Right, let's end with a shot of this thing in the background. And then I'm off. I don't know what side of town I'm on now. But I know I need to get to Central Car Park again. And then start the 4-hour jaunt, possibly, probably 3 hours, back on. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I really have. I mean, it's nice that, yeah, actually, I don't know if the town's just quiet, but it just seems a lot easier to do filming with this crazy baby sticking out of me. Look at it. Can you see that? Can you see it? That's fucking weird. Okay. Is it still going? It's still going. Christ. I wish it had a percentage thing on it, but it doesn't. I've just got a bar, which is looking incredibly low. And I think we've run out of things to look at. So what we might do is jump back into the gardens bit, enjoy that for a minute, and then just end on a green, end on a low, because we've got to go down there. These pine cones, wonder what that's all about though. We did a video, very conspiratorial back in the day, but about the history of the pine cone, harking back to like early Rome, harking to like pagan practice before the Pope starts throwing them up in the Vaticano. And it's quite a twisted story of castration. Maybe you should go and check it out. No, I should probably redo that one. I was losing my mind whilst making those videos, but that one's particularly interesting and very factful, I think, anyway. Let's have a look down here. And I'm just going to walk until it dies, baby. So, I might sign off, put some nice music over this, maybe. I don't know, have a look down there. Oh, okay, we've got a red battery now. We're not far, are we? So, probably call it a day. Let's look at this middle thing, and then I'll sign off. It's been beautiful. I'm glad you joined me for this one. And I really hope the sounds come out all right, because the wind has been ridiculous. It's really calm down here, though. Maybe this is why they built the gardens. I did hear an old lady saying to her old man friend that, well, it's very... Oh, what did she call it? It was a weird word. Can't remember. But just nice. It's just so much nicer down here. It's so windy on the beach. And what is the accent in Bournemouth? I can't tell. It's like half London, half West Country, isn't it? I don't know. What's this? Don't know. Anything on the other side? What's that? I don't know. What's that? I don't know. Is that the Exeter one? Is that the old boy? I don't know. Ugh. At least find out. Oh, still going. Jesus. So at least find out what this is all about. It's going to be a war memorial, surely. You can't just build this and put nothing on it. Right, we got a plaque. Excellent. Oh, we got the sleepy lions as well. Oh, can I get them in shot? Hope so. There you go. So this is the honoured memory of the men and women of the country borough county borough of Bournemouth, who gave their lives in the Second World War. There you go. And a little bit for the First World War just underneath there. Footnote, sleepy lions. Cool. Right, going to sign off. That's been Bournemouth. Thank you for joining me. Brummy Wonders. Let me know what you thought of this one. Excellent, and ta-ta.